Hello everyone and welcome to the 2021 Lockyer District State High School Cross Country information video. Lockyer's annual Cross Country Carnival will be held next Thursday the 29th of April at Lake Apex. In 2021, the Cross Country Carnival will be again run at Lake Apex on our new course. All students will attend school as per usual for periods 1 through to 3. Only participating students will then walk to Lake Apex during second break. So all students need to ensure that they bring all their required equipment for all classes, and if they are participating, they need to wear the correct footwear down to Lake Apex to run in. Okay, the first run of the day will be the 12 and 13 years males and females. For the first lap of their course, they will be starting in between the lights on the Hill Memorial and the trees that are at the back of the lake where this black dot is located here. The first lap that you will run is the yellow loop, as you can see here, which involves you going up and around all the way to here. That loop is 1.1 kilometers. The next lap you do is the red loop, which is the largest one you'll do on the run. It involves you running all the way around up past the daycare centre, all the way around the lake. You'll see Mr. Schultz located here as you go into your last lap, and he will direct you for your last 300 metre sprint finish towards the finish line, which will be here on the day. Okay, our second group of runners for the day will be the 14 to 16-year-old females and the 14-year-old to 15-year-old males. They'll be running 4Ks on the day. These guys have a different starting position to the juniors. They will be starting here, which is just before our finish line, which will be located approximately here. You guys will be running backwards at the start, all the way around to here on this red line, where you do one big loop all the way around past Mr. Schultz on your first go. That is 1.8 Ks. You then do that exact loop again, rounding you all the way to 3.6, where you'll see Mr. Schultz for the second time. After you see Mr. Schultz for the second time, you will have a 300 metre sprint finish all the way to the finish line, which you would have started near. The final race of the day will involve our 16, 17 and 18-year-old males taking on the 5 kilometre course. Again, they will have a different starting position where they will start right at the top opposite the daycare centre, where they'll first do a nice downhill run and then take the red loop all the way around, similar to the other students, which is 1.9 Ks. They then do this loop again to get them to 3.7 Ks, where they will see Mr. Schultz in this bottom corner. Lap number 3 is their final lap, which involves them just running around the exterior of the lake, where they finish off at the finish line there, rounding out their 5 kilometre course. Okay, now you guys know what courses you'll be running. It's time to take a look at what time you'll have to complete the course in. So, first cab off the ranks will be the 12 and 13-year-old males and females. They'll be starting at 1:30 p.m. and they have 25 minutes to complete the course. Following these guys, we'll have our big boys, our 16, 17 and 18-year-old males, starting running at approximately 1:33 p.m. These guys will have 35 minutes to finish their 5K course. Next will be the 16 and 17 girls at 1:36, and they will have 30 minutes to finish the 4 kilometre course. And the final race of the day will be the boys in the 14 and 15 years, and they will also have 30 minutes to finish the course, and they'll be leaving at 1:40 p.m. Okay, now you know where you'll be running and when you'll be running. Now it's time to talk about the permission notes. You guys will get your permission notes in BBA directly after this video is finished. You can also come collect them from the PE staff room at the top of B block. All forms, including the medical form located on the back, needs to be returned to the office as soon as possible. Students are reminded that without returning your forms, you will not be able to attend the cross country as it's outside of school grounds. Okay, just some housekeeping for the day. At 1 p.m, all competitors need to meet at the Oval, and you will get an ID number attached to your arm by one of the HPE staff members. At approximately 1:15, everybody will walk to Lake Apex as a group, guarded by your teachers. At 1:20, we will arrive at the Lake Apex and start marshalling into our 3 start points, where all students will collect a coloured bib specific to their age. For our non-competitors, you guys will have lunch as per usual, concluding at 10 to 2. For students in grades 7, 8 and 9, you will go straight to your timetable period for class, as the competing students will already be down at the lake competing in the cross country. If you're in 10, 11 and 12 and you normally go home, you still have to meet the teachers to get your name signed off. All other students that are not competing but are remaining at school in 10, 11, 12 need to make their way to the MPS to meet Mrs. McKinlay, Mr. Exelby, Mrs. Fox and Miss Martin for your afternoon activities. Okay, just a bit of extra information for you guys before we finish up. So, only students who have nominated and returned their medical forms will be able to participate in this year's cross country. All students will walk as a group to Lake Apex, escorted by teachers. No students are permitted to drive their vehicles or be dropped off at Lake Apex. LDHS sports uniform is to be worn during school time, so for period 1 to 3. When you get to Lake Apex, you are able to get changed into your house colours. Okay, for safety reasons, no earphones will be allowed when you're running the cross country. You'll also have to wear sunscreen, and a drink station will be provided on the course for runners. Parents are more than welcome to attend. For all students attending school on Thursday, timetable will be changed regardless if you're competing or not. This involves period 1 finishing 5 minutes early and period 2 finishing at 11:15 opposed to 11:25. First break will be shorter to allow for period 3 to finish at 12:55 for all competitors to make their way to the oval before we head down to Lake Apex for the day's running.